So tell us, this is HabLab here. What are the steps starting from the slab foundation, just the basic foundations here, and moving on to the house?
Well, we're putting columns up. We bolted them down, and the reason we're doing that.
Step one was to put the post anchors.
Standoff metal anchors, yeah. They're bolted in, drilled,
okay,
and anchored. And then, of course, we make laminated columns.
Make laminated columns, and you stretch them out as far as you like, and you can scab them onto.
We run them wild until we get the beams on them. And when we bring the transit over and shoot everything, then we'll know exactly where the cuts need to be. So we cut them exactly where the beams will be.
Yeah. So just in more detail, you start with the roof anchors, then you put the first one on and brace the first one. Tell me kind of a little more what the process was.
You start on the corner. Well, first thing we did, we come over and we laid everything out. We had to measure this. We had to lay this out, make sure whoever did this was square, and surprisingly, it was within an inch of square. Now in between, it was way off. With the corners was within 3/4 of an inch of square, which is, for a 60-foot square building, roughly, it's, So anyway, we checked for square and we squared up, and then we laid out our columns straight, with string lines, and then we tried to put everything straight. Then after we had that done, after we laid them out, we spent, not yesterday, we spent a little bit of time the day before laying out and checking the structure for how straight it was and everything. And then we did measuring and put our marks down. And then yesterday afternoon we came up here and started drilling and set all these anchors, set all the standoff anchors and laminated posts. And
so
we got this part done.
I see a chalk line here. What's the position here that you selected?
Remember I said we went from corner to corner because this is wavy, so you have to run a chalk line from corner to corner once we made sure the building was square. And then we run a chalk line, and then we came off so many feet. And then this is straight. The chalk line was straight, and some of these are out a little bit.
How much distance off the edge, typically?
These are 12 inches. The center line is 12 inches from the edge.
Which assumes that we have 6-inch walls and a 1-foot cavity for straw.
Right, and that gives you enough room for this column to be inside the cavity.
With 1 foot of straw, that's like R50 maybe, R40?
I don't know. I know a straw bale is quite a bit.
I
don't know if it'd be an R40 unless you tamp it pretty tight.
So you did the first column, you put the braces on the corner?
Yeah, we braced it, got it perfectly level in both directions, and then we started just standing the columns up, and then we actually stood them up. It wasn't windy yesterday. Then you get them level one way, and then you come back and you anchor them together and level that way. And you work your way across. And then you get that corner square. We had those down, but they had to move dirt, so we had to take part of the bracing off that side of the building.
Yep.
And but we'll put the bracing back on, and we'll get this braced a little better because when we do the roof, this is what's holding the roof, this whole building in rack until we get the roof on.
So here we've got a double here, so it's scabbed here. So you just start with double on the bottom and then go single, right. 2x4.
I leave it short. We still got more dimensional lumber to put on this for a little stiffer post. What this is it's like a king or once we find it, when we get our transit, we shoot everything, and then we know exactly how many inches to come down. When we get ready to, then we will actually pre-cut this to fit exactly, and then we can set the ridge. Then we can set these beams on it. Everywhere there's a column, there's going to be a beam that goes all the way across. Beam that goes all the way across, and beam goes all the way across.
Yep.
And then that will hold all the roof rafters.
Yep. So once you set the posts up, did you do a chalk line to get the exact height parallel to the floor here?
Not yet. We're going to use the transit.
How did you select the level of height of this?
We just put that. We just made
That's
sure
just temporary?
We just made sure it was above our head and below where the beams are going to be, so we can go ahead and install the beams. And we didn't install anything on this side, so we can go ahead and put this crippler in to hold at the bottom of the beam.
Okay. So the next step here is then?
Monday we'll finish. We got 4 more columns put up down there, and then we'll bring the transit. We'll shoot everything Monday. Once we get the other columns in, we'll shoot everything at one time.
You got a laser transit or just a
I have
visual?
both. I have a laser and a regular transit. I have rotary laser and a laser and a transit.
Excellent. So we'll document how you do that.
Yeah, we'll probably have John with the transit. You can get real accurate with it. Laser, you'll be within an 1/8 inch, but I usually use that when I'm by myself or, I mean, it's
the laser allows you to do one person. The transit is more 2-person.
Yeah, because somebody's got to read it, and somebody's got to, mark it on the column.
Whereas with the laser, you have the laser going all the time, and you just put the detector wherever.
And I have an electronic sensor that tells me when I'm on even if you can't see it.
Yep. What's the estimated time of arrival for the roof here? So it's closed in from the rain.
To be honest, if we don't get deterred too much, and if we can get some help a little bit, we was hoping to have it about ready to put metal on by the end of the week.
Oh, excellent.
And then it looked like the weather forecast said 1 day of rain, 60%, but the rest of the time, So full day tomorrow. Monday we should get all the columns up. We should get the beams up, and we'll actually probably start putting roof framing up.
Excellent.
And then, see, these beams will be as big as they need to be already. We won't have to do a lot of stuff, but they're going to be a finished beam inside. So once we're all said and done, they'll be exposed in the ceiling area. So they'll look nice.
Well, this looks good for now. Thanks.